It's Jingle Jam season, and while Lewis and Simon are enjoying their Jingle Cats,
Carol of the Bleb.
We don't understand it either, Dan, a lot of the stuff. So we chose a pretty dank one here to start on.
Yeah.
People put a lot of effort into these videos. They spend the whole year making them.
I can see why.
Yeah. I think they have a good future in animation.
and the rest of the lads are raising money for charity. There's one time that there's an MCC dedicated for the Yogscast and friends as well. While this MCC stems more non-canon events after, this event tends to be one of the most forgotten ones yet, with it being only in the Yogscast cycle. But it doesn't discount its history and drama with the event. Welcome to the Evolution, and today we'll be taking a look at one time where Jingle Jam does MCC. What is it, and what is the main controversy of this event? But first, let's introduce Jingle Jam. Jingle Jam started all the way back in 2011 as Yogscast's Christmas God-Giving Special, which then became a charity drive, a yearly charity drive to be exact, known as Jingle Jam. The charity drive itself makes use of game collections worth around £1,000 for a very affordable price, around like 20-35 or so. With this allowed them to raise millions of pounds throughout the course of the charity drive's lifetime. The event is 2 weeks long, and the Yogscast members gather together to create content to raise money for charity, and it has become one of the most anticipated gaming events of the year yet. So then comes Noxcrew. Now, with its popular Noxcrew game show, they are involved in the charity event in the past. In 2018, they hosted a special edition of Noxcrew game show with some familiar faces, including a very young Jimmy Solidarity, as well as a rare sighting of Mr. Epic Isaac Wilkins' landlord himself, in real life.
Look away.
It was chaos with sabotages and everything. And then they came back for the special edition of MCC Championship in 2020. This time with Yogscast members and friends. Now, one of the things that separate this event apart from regular MCCs is, well, custom teams. For the one and only time in MCC Championship's history, the teams themselves decide the name. And we have some bangers from What the Flux, with, Kim and Duncan's time in the Flux series, and also became this MC Discord's frequent emote, to say the least. And we have Oh Shunky, which refers to OC's cat. Another cool stuff as well are the Winter Lobby being here an event early, and you collect Jaffas instead of coins. Pretty cool minor changes indeed. So with the roster settled by Martin in Littlewood, who organized the teams this time, the practice server up and running to practice, keep that in mind, and the event up and running, the event was held on December 5th, 2020 at 5 PM GMT. Yes, 5 PM, not 8 PM. The event itself was great from some crucial moments and top place, the usual stuff. It's just MCC, but with an almost completely new players roster. One of the top plays that I would love to mention is, well, Power Bottoms doing really well despite the name, as they predicted themselves to come at the bottom of the leaderboard.
He's a true gamer.
Get him there, gamer! Gamer, towards he go! Yes!
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 Your bottom is so powerful.
My bottom's on fire!
Another play as well is in Dodgebot, with somebody playing the border.
Okay, I've got one. No, Joe, you can't go that close. Come back, Joe. Joe, come back. You're gonna. Joe, come back. You're gonna throw me off. Joe, you're throwing me off. I got.
Oh!
I won.
Oh, you did?
I let it off, but Joe, do not do that because you get in my way.
And finally, from Scott himself, comes possibly one of the shortest hunts ever in parkour tag.
And an odd turn of events.
Yeah.
They all ran to the same, so I've got all three.
As you can see, people were having a good time at the event, playing MCC games while raising money for charity. But as I said earlier, there was a controversy, particularly with 5 players who are featured in MCC before: Marty in the Littlewood, Jimmy Solidarity, Scott S. Major, RT Game, and SB737. Now, SB is a sub for Team Bees, and people in the event might not know who he is, as well as possibly Jimmy or Scott as well. And the 5 that were just mentioned also performed extremely well in the event, which leads to the GOAT team talking about this issue.
Yeah, I don't like to badmouth other players. Like, obviously everyone's doing this all for charity, and that's great, but there are some people here that I feel like shouldn't be here.
I love this idea. It's really neat. It's cool, but it's very impressive. The map's super fun. But I feel like if you're going to have a big, giant, hello everyone in the Yogscast, come have fun together, we all need to be able to have a chance to play and test the games a little bit so that we are literally not learning the controls as we're doing them. And we need to not be up against like the reigning champion of people who do this for a living.
Yeah, I mean, that's
feel
a
like
pretty big skill
maybe
difference. Meanwhile, Bridie's asking, how do you place a block?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the criticism is valid in the sense that these 5 have knowledge of the games before, maps, and everything as well, even if Parkour Tag and Ace Race Python script was recently just introduced. In a competitive sense, it is somewhat a bit unfair for some teams that only consist of Yogscast members and friends, as they don't have the skills and knowledge to compete with the 5, even if there's a practice server or countless of bots to refer to. And to their excuse, yeah, it is understandable that they have no time to commit to prepare and, just show up on the day and play the event. And also, to Martin's excuse, here's another reason as to why there are some MCC players in this event.
I think we weren't meant to have so many pros in, but people dropped out, and the only people we could get to replace them were the people involved with setting it up. I think that's what happened. Can't really be helped. We had more Yogs people lined up, and then they couldn't do it at the last minute, so we had to get people in. And there were so many drops. I mean, it happens all the time, to be honest. Anytime you organise a big group recording, somebody has something come up and they can't do it. Just the way it is. Everyone's busy. We've all got things going on.
Yes, not all of them can make it, and thus adjustments have to be made accordingly, like putting in SBN, for example. As a person who co-runs an MCC Island tournament with the MCC Center lads, it is also very hard to sub in players like that similar scenario. And yeah, with this sub, it might be the best bet for the event overall, to make it run smoothly. At the end of the day, MCC Jingle Jam was a great crack for everyone in the Yogscast and surrounding circles. It is still a wish for some people in the MCC community to run the event back again, but we will have to see. I mean, we have the Yellow Yogs from MCC Rising 2 already, but a full roster like this event, surely that will happen again soon. Oh, and just one more thing before we go. This event might possibly be one of the hardest MCCs to find footage from, besides a poorly 360p and 480p footage of the event. Yeah, that's one of the only sources, as well as people who stream on YouTube and, MCC participants. So yeah, that could be one of the reasons as to why this is forgotten. So if any of the Yogs are watching this and still have their 3-year-old VOD in their hard drive somewhere, please upload them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Evolution. It's a special one, as you can see, is held on Jingle Jam weeks, I'd say. So yeah, just a little bit of a nostalgia dive into the history of MCC in general. So Jingle Jam's still on at the time of recording this and potentially releasing this, so if you want to donate to the charity and buy the collection, head over to the link in the description below to donate, buy the collection, and get tons of games, including MCC Island's bundle of a mastery key and a bunch of cool stuff. Anyway though, hopefully next time we are back with 22. It's gonna be fun or something. I don't know, figuring things out on the fly as we approach the end of the year. Alrighty, thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye bye.